Alright, so this part is going to be kind of different. I don't actually plan on unpausing. I kind of want to take a minute to look at the state of the world, specifically try to decipher what's going on in Europe, because I've noticed some other inconsistencies around the map that leads me to believe that something has happened. A disturbance in the force, if you will. So we knew that Portugal was under Castile and is being integrated. We knew that it happens every once in a while. Castile has that in their mission tree. And they usually go for they are historical friends, so they're always allied in the early game. So royal marriages lead to personal unions. But there's something else. There are a few countries in Europe that we can see. Portugal, Great Britain, the Ottomans, and Muscovy. So Muscovy, there's not a whole lot to see. We see that Denmark is still around. They are rival to Poland, who is not the Commonwealth yet. Tech means that they probably... Poland could be the Commonwealth yet already, but Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth maybe didn't, or Poland-Lithuanian Union might not have happened. But we know that these countries are still around. Also, we can see the great powers of the world. Austria is at the top. So, between them and their subjects, they have that much development, or half of their subjects' development. Which we can actually see. So, their personal development is 1062. So, Burgundian inheritance, something happened. Great Britain's up there, too. Castile is still high. So, half of Poland's score for great powers is from subjects, which is roughly half. A little over half, actually. So maybe Lithuanian personal union did happen. With Great Britain, they're allied to the Ottomans, so Ottomans and England are allied. Ottomans have fairly normal rivalries. Austria, Castile, and Poland, allied with Shamar and Morocco. So Morocco's still around. Great Britain is Anglican. They are rivaled by what look like the four big powers. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to see. It seems like the big powers of Europe are exactly who you would expect. Poland, Muscovy, Castile, Austria, Great Britain. Ottomans. Did I say Ottomans? I don't know. So, Great Britain has Foix and Gascony as vassals. Notice how France is absent from the Great Powers list. So, my guess is that France is almost non-existent, is entirely non-existent, or is almost non-existent. And the other thing we can actually see in here, we can't see the Alexandria node. We can see Constantinople, though. Wait, yes we can. We can see the Alexandria node. Alright, so most of the power is controlled by the Ottomans, then the Mamluks, then Beha. Epirus? Epirus still exists. Why and how? Pirates, Medina, expected. Venice still exists. The Papal State is there. Naples in some capacity. Genoa. Ferrara, Castile. Aragon still exists. So Aragon still exists, and Castile does not have them in a personal union. So probably not going to see... We might see Spain later in the game, but not from a diplomatic formation. Mind you, this is about 100 years in the game. Not even 100 years into the game. So that was Alexandria. Let's see Constantinople. Ottomans has 96%. Herzegovina? And there's another one. Austria. Okay, so Austria's trade power already extends to Constantinople. Now the English Channel. Austria has 18% in the English Channel. Galway, Friesland, Great Britain. Alright, so, and lastly, Sevilla. Mostly Portugal and Castile, Morocco, and Salé. Tetuan, somebody's pirating the Sevilla node. Aragon has power here, about 3% of it. We can also see Great Britain having colonies in Texas. And the Castilian West Indies and Cuba, and the 13 colonies all have power in Panama. So, somewhere over here, the British have a colony. And between Portugal and Castile, they're going to control the Caribbean, hands down. So, my guess as to what has happened in Europe, especially with France, the France question is the big one. I'm going to guess that... Wait, can we see the Gulf of St. Lawrence node at all? Ohio? No. No, we can't. I wish I could see if we could tell if we can see if okay, so there's the British colony in Canada as well, Newfoundland. I was hoping to see whether we could see Norway or Denmark in something, but that would give us a hint as to whether Norway is independent or absorbed by Denmark. I'm going to guess they don't exist anymore. So my hypothesis for France is that they were partitioned by Great Britain and Austria. Castile might have gotten in on the action. Austria got the Burgundian inheritance for themselves. That's my theory. That is what I'm going with. And luckily we can check this. So if we load up the game again and go to as if we were going to select our nation. Just choosing the save file and then go look at what's going on. While we can't pick anything, we can see that what has happened is Austria has already annexed Hungary and has the Netherlands and got the Burgundian inheritance. England has made headway into France. Castile doesn't control the part of it I would expect. Great Britain actually still has their province in Laborde. Gascony, remember, is a vassal of Great Britain, along with Foix. Anybody else? Anything else that's weird? Savoy still exists. Castile has land in Italy. We don't know if Naples... Aragon is still whole. I would imagine Naples is free then. Unless, we don't know what Castile is like. Castile might have both of these guys under personal unions, for all we know. At which point, that's good. I would say I would rather have just Castile, no Portugal, no Aragon, no Naples, and them fighting Austria eventually. Though, I don't know. They weren't allied, were they? We can't actually see Austria or Castile. Alright then. Yeah, we don't know what the alliance chain is like for the colonial nations, but that is the state of Europe. So kind of weird that there's no France. Interesting. But we now go back to actually playing the game.